Hello student, I am Amit Yadav. Today I am going to teach you subject power system protection. This subject code of this subject is EX701. Today I am going to deal with a topic which comes under first unit, and the first unit is your fault analysis. So before starting this topic, we have to first understand about what is fault. Okay, so we can say that fault is a defect due to which current just change its path, current just changes its intended path through which it has to flow. Okay, for example, suppose I have a circuit, I have taken an AC voltage source and suppose it has a voltage V and its internal impedance is suppose Z. Now this voltage source is connected across a load suppose, and the impedance of that load is ZL, and I have completed this circuit. Now in this case, suppose a fault occurs, means some disturbance occur in the system. Suppose a disturbance occur in this system. This arrow is showing your disturbance or fault. Now due to that disturbance, what will happen? This path will get break down and this wire get connected to this ground. Then what will happen? In healthy case, when this fault was not occurred, then in that case, the load current flowing clockwise through this loop. But when this disturbance occurred, then what happened? A fault current, suppose that is IF, is start flowing directly from source to ground. This IF means this load current is not flowing through this load in that case. Okay, so what happened? Due to this disturbance, what happened? This load current had changed its intended path. What is its intended path? Before this fault, its intended path is that to flow from this load. But after fault, what will happen? This load current not flow through this load, it start directly flowing through that ground. So in that case, what happened? In that case, as we know that according to Ohm's law, we know that V equals to I Z. But here, what is Z is your, in this case here, Z is your ZL plus ZI. But as the fault occur in the system, what will happen? This Z become ZI only. But look here, the ZI is your internal impedance of this source, which is very less as compared to this ZI. The value of ZI is very less as compared to ZI. So, if Z get down to ZI, which is very less, then what will happen? This I becomes IF. Now it is your IF is your fault current, and the value of this IF will suddenly get increased. Why increased? Because both these will get multiplied and they have to just get equal with this voltage. So in this case, what will happen? This load current, suppose in healthy case, suppose load current is suppose here. Just wait down. Just understand these things with a numerical example. Suppose your supply voltage is 100 volt and your load current IL is here suppose 2, and this Z means this one Z, which is a combination of ZL plus ZI, is suppose 10. Not 10, sorry, it is 50. So here 2 into 50 equals to 100. Now what happens when a fault occurs? When a fault occurs, this z becomes very less. Right now here z, the value of z is 50. Now in case of fault, this z becomes zi only, and the value of zi is very less. So suppose it become suppose 2. Okay, then what happened? The voltage is still here 100 volt. So to maintain this 100 volt, what will happen? This current, which is going to become a fault current in this case, will get increased, and this will be your suppose 50 ampere. So look here. What happened in the case of fault? In case of fault, your fault current, the magnitude of this fault current gets suddenly increased, and it is more than 3 to 4 times or 10 times of actual load current. So that's why in case of fault, heavy fault current start flowing in the system, and it just deteriorate your whole system. This is why only we have to save our system from the fault. So in this subject, power system protection, in all 5 units, we are going to basically discuss how we can protect our system for various types of fault. Okay. Now next topic is types of fault. In the previous topic, I have told you how this fault affect your system. Now in this topic, I am just going to tell you what are the different types of fault can occur in your power system. So this fault is mainly divided into two basic types of fault. First one is your symmetrical fault. Symmetrical fault, and second one is your unsymmetrical fault. Now, what is symmetrical and what is unsymmetrical? Just understand this with an example. Suppose I have a generator, and through this generator, suppose I am getting a three-phase supply. Okay. Suppose this is your R phase, this is Y phase, and this is your B phase. Okay. And this generator is suppose giving here phase current IP, phase current IY, and giving I, and the phase current in this B phase is your IP. Okay. Now suppose due to a fault, what happened? Suppose a fault occurred in this system, and the current flowing in all these phases, the magnitude of current flowing in all these phases, suppose are same in that fault case, then means what I just want to say that suppose a fault occur in this system, and due to that, if the magnitude of fault current in all these phases are same, then it is the condition of symmetrical fault. But suppose if a fault occurs in this three-phase system, and what happened? The magnitude of phase current, which becomes the fault current, if suppose it is not, its magnitude is not same in all these phase, means suppose this have different value and both these phase have same value. Okay, or suppose these two have the same fault current, but this third phase have different phase current. So in that case, when the current distribution is not equal in all these phases, that condition is called as unsymmetrical fault. Okay. Now, what are the different kind of unsymmetrical fault? Unsymmetrical fault, it may be of triple line fault. Triple line fault means suppose due to some condition or fault condition, suppose all these phases get sorted. All these phases get sorted. Okay. So this condition is called as triple line fault. Why triple line fault? Because all these phases get sorted, and in this case, whatever the fault current will be, phase for in particular phases will be same. This is why it is called as symmetrical and it is called as triple line fault. Now, second one is triple line to ground fault. Now, what is triple line to ground fault? Suppose a fault occurs in the system and all these phases get sorted and it gets touched to the ground somewhere. Then, in this case, what will happen? In this case, study. Fault current in all these phases are same, and in this case, all these phases get touched to the ground. This is why this fault is called as triple line to ground fault. Okay, hope आपको ये टॉपिक समझ आ रहा होगा. Now comes to the unsymmetrical fault. Now, what are the different types of unsymmetrical fault? Unsymmetrical fault, first, it can be of line to ground fault, means any one line. Suppose I am taking this B phase. If any one line gets touched to the ground due to some fault, then this is called as line to ground fault. Now, in this case, what happened? In this case, this IP and this IY both have same magnitude, and these two current are flowing as earlier it is flowing. But in the third phase IB, a fault occurred due to which the value of this IB get changed. It become very high. So what will happen? These two values are same, but these two values are different from this IB. So this is why it is called as unsymmetrical fault, and this comes under the line to ground fault. Now, second one is double line fault. Now, what is double line fault? So look here. Any two phases, suppose these two phases get sorted. Okay. Now, what happened? In this case, again, IP have previous current value, but due to fault in these two phases, IY and IB get changed. Both have very high value. Now, due to fault, now both have very high value, but this IP have the previous value. So here we can say that in this case, IY and IB may be equal, or in this case, IY and IB are equal, but these two values are different from this phase current. So this is your double line fault. Now, third one is your double line to ground fault. Means any two phase get sorted and both get touched to the ground. This condition is also called as double line to ground fault. Okay. Now, any more condition is missing here? Line to ground, double line to ground, and one more condition can be occur here, that is double line and line to ground fault. Means any two line, suppose any two line get sorted and the third line gets sorted with the ground. So in this case, IY and IB, fault current in IY and IB will have same magnitude, but the fault current in this IR will be different from these two values. So this type of fault is called as double line and line to ground fault. So these are some basic types of symmetrical and unsymmetrical fault. तो आज के क्लास में इतना ही. बाकी अपन कल के क्लास में और इसको डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे वन बाय वन. ओके, थैंक यू स्टूडेंट्स.